Alrighty, guys. You're gonna have to give me 1 second here because I realized about halfway through that countdown that I don't have the dev server added to my list of games. So let me take care of that right now. Is it gonna come up? Oh, you know what? You're gonna have to give me 1 second because I just realized I didn't start this stupid program with admin privileges, so it's not gonna pop up. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, and we're back. It wouldn't be a Miles stream if I didn't have some sort of technical difficulties. We gotta get all the technical difficulties out of the way first before we can even look at anything. Okay. Alrighty. You guys can see everything and everything sounds good. Alright, so we're gonna go over the Italian aircraft tech tree, because before we get to the tanks, I kind of want to get these guys out of the way. Um, so we've got 3 lines leading all the way down. You got your fighter line, you got your attacker line, and you got your bomber line. It's pretty simple. You got CR-32s, CR-42, Falco. By the way, if you guys have the German... If you guys have the Italians in your German tech tree, like the MC202 Folgore, you get to keep it there, but you will have to unlock it again in the Italian tech tree. So, there it is again. Here's the MC202 Folgore EC, which has 220mm cannons. So, German NG-151s. They've also buffed, I think, all machine guns 13mm and below. So, they do significantly more damage now. Ugh. Let's see, what else we got here? Take a look at this aircraft. I haven't actually seen this one yet. So, Z1007 BIS Series 3. Interesting. Very interesting. Here's another version of it. We got the P108B Series 1. So we already knew about this thing. Now, let me pull out the memes. Or this is where the memes start to happen. Yes, they did add the version with the 102mm cannon. This thing is going to be the memes whenever the Italians get their tanks. By the way, this 102mm cannon gets 50 rounds of ammunition. 50. Let's look at its ammunition. So here's the modifications tech tree. And for once, Gaijin was actually on top of things and let me know beforehand, so they were able to provide me with enough gold so I can get everything. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Funny you say that, because I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5 the past few days. Still don't understand what's going on. Anyway. The fire rate is about the same as the PBJ. The PBJ-1H. So, armored targets, you got about 140mm of penetration, and it's APHE. So, you can do a lot of damage to tanks if you manage to get a penetrating hit. Yeah, I'll get to the G91 in a moment. So you got MC202 Series 3, MC205, I'm sorry. MC205 and 2, I actually haven't seen this one yet. Okay. Here we go. For those of you guys wondering how I have access to the Italian tech tree, despite not having either of the premiums, Gaijin. G55 Soda Series 0. Looks like this one has... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's got the... This has got 4 machine... Oh, wow, okay. That's an interesting placement. So it's got 2 machine guns down here. Under the engine. And it's got 2 machine guns over the engine. And then it's got a 20mm MG151 in the nose. That's pretty interesting. I don't think... You don't see that configuration on many aircraft. G55 Series 1. They got twin Breda Safat 12.7s, and then a single, or actually 3 20mm cannons. This is a pretty common theme. You get 3 20mm MG151s, which is pretty good. G56. Interestingly enough, this one is in German markings, and there isn't an ability to change it to Italian markings. I imagine in sim battles that's going to be a little bit interesting. Italian G14 and grind with that. Hey man, whatever works, I guess. And then you get the an Italian version of the Bf109 G14. Now here's the curious part. The Italian tech tree only goes up to 5.3 and then jumps to 8.0 and 7.0. I'm gonna show the F-84G here in a moment because this thing is the memes. So you got, this is your reserve attacker. Not gonna lie, this thing looks pretty ugly. Breda 88. Yeah. It's an interesting weapons configuration right here. Now it's got the 3 machine guns kind of just all haphazardly placed around the nose area. Looks like a very, very, very large aircraft. This thing has definitely had too much pasta. And then you got the P108 that I was talking about with the 102mm cannon. The Italian tech tree has a bigger gap than Sicily and Italy. Yeah, no shit. Alright, let's get on to the jets. Okay, so... If you're... the lowest tier jet they have is the F-84 G21. And let me change this out real quick. Okay, so you got your standard F-84. Nothing crazy. Alright? Except for the fact... it can carry 32 HVARs. Mother of rockets. Let's just let this sink in for a minute. The Air Katyusha. I'm pretty sure this thing has more rockets than the Katyusha. Yeah. Tactical breadsticks, as Iron called them. Yeah. Yeah, thank gosh the Italians don't have tanks, lol. Here, just look at how it affects the performance of the aircraft, though. You lose almost a third of your speed. It adds the turn time of a 0 to your to your already crappy turn time, and then it reduces your rate of climb to practically nothing. So like, forget flying with this thing. Oh man. In addition, you can also carry, you can carry 24 if you'd like. Which is probably a better option, because it leaves you with plenty of rockets. I at the same time. Let's see, what else here? Oh yeah, and with the 24 HVARs, you can load up to 1,000 pound bombs. So let's see how that looks. And the tiny Tims. Hendrix Milan, yes, this is the Italian Thunderjet. Unfortunately, however, these modifications did not change for the regular Thunderjet. Unfortunately. So you can see there. This is the American version. It does not have these modifications, but the Italian one does. So literally, mother of rockets. Go big or go home to grandma for more pasta. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so G91 series, pre-series aircraft. These are with the FFAR rocket pods, which are basically Hydras. You can also carry 2 500-pound bombs. So, and we have, and Exel and I have tested the FFARs against tanks, and it basically one-shots anything it hits. So you're in good hands when it comes to potential performance with these rockets. So, the G91R1 can also carry the same weapons load. So, 500 pounds, FFAR. Now, I'm not totally sure what the differences in stats are between these two aircraft. Or between the pre-series and the R1. Somebody could probably point it out to me. However, this aircraft is very maneuverable. However, there are some issues with its flight model currently that Exel and I have noticed. For example, if you try and roll the aircraft at high speeds, the game translates that into negative Gs and you instantly rip your wings. So, it's probably best if I just demonstrate it. Actually, let's pull up a mission editor. And then head-to-head combat. Do that. Yeah, we'll just do head-to-head combat, I guess. Also, they have, like I said, they've buffed. I'm just going to put on JU-88 so that it's much easier to get kills and stuff like that, so they can demonstrate the firepower of the guns. Yeah, this thing is, it's just tiny. Oh. It's a night map. Okay. I must have forgotten to change the settings on that. But, for armament, you have 4 M350 caliber machine guns. However, with the new buffs to 50 cals, that isn't a bad thing. You can crit people with just a short burst now with 50 cals, which is really cool. Is the diff server open now? Yes. Actually, I should probably put a download link in the description below. It's going to be open until 7 o'clock GMT. Currently, it is... I think it's around like 2 a.m., so you've probably got about... You got like another... almost 3 a.m., actually, so you've got another... 4 hours before it closes. So, As you can see, this thing is pretty dang fast. Climbs pretty well. This thing, I like to. I guess you could probably think of this thing as kind of like a mini Saber. Slow myself down here a little bit. I like how it says use the crew panel to improve pilot skills, but this thing isn't. This is an ace pilot. GG. Okay. It would help if I could actually hit things, though. Of course, I'm not doing a particularly good job at showing how the MGs are buffed. Oh well. Just to show how little I play aircraft. These are the M3s, by the way. There we go. Oh, okay, pilot sniped. GG. Okay, I'm gonna jump back into the hangar, because I don't want to spend too much time. Alrighty. Actually, let's show off the MC-205, see how the Breda Safat machine guns have been buffed. Because people were telling me that these things just make enemy aircraft fly apart now. Let's see here. I'll do P-36s or something like that. Something simple. What do I think of the T-95E1 and the M60A2? We'll get to that in a moment. Which aircraft is this one again? I don't even remember which airplane this is. They all look the same to me. Of course, now I've probably just triggered every single potential Italian aircraft junkie in my stream, but whatever. That's just what I do. The T-95E1 does not appear to have the composite armor on it. However, it is very, very well angled, and it's pretty decent. We'll get around to it. Alright, come on. These are P-36s. Of course, it doesn't help that my shooting sucks. These are the Breda Safats. I'm not using the cannons on purpose. Shit! Okay, that was almost a mid-air collision. Oh, shit. It went to the stupid cutscene. Come on. So yeah, this isn't too bad. It feels certainly better than they were. As I completely failed to do any damage to that P-36. Fantastic. But it doesn't help that my shooting sucks dick. If my shooting wasn't so bad, it'd probably be better. Yeah, we'll get to the Chieftain Mark V as well. There we go. I guarantee you it would have taken a lot more bullets than that last time. Or last, on the live server. Alright, so it does get combat flaps, that's nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, well let's head back. So yeah, Italian tech tree. Looks promising. I don't know if I'll probably get everything, but I don't know how much I'm actually going to be playing it. So I don't know, maybe I'll grind through a few vehicles. It's probably more likely I'll just end up buying through them all, but in any case, they look to be okay. Not much of an aircraft guy, but from a non-aircraft guy perspective, that looks pretty cool. I'm more interested to see when the Italian tanks come out, and I can start taking this thing into ground battles. Because why the fuck not? Does this thing already camo? No, it does not, unfortunately. Okay. So let's move on, shall we? So Japanese, I don't think they got anything aircraft-wise, unless I'm mistaken. I don't think they did. I know for the Japanese army, they got the Cheeto late. It's just a Cheeto with still pretty decently crappy armor and, a smaller turret. For the long 75, which isn't bad. So that'll be interesting. Be a nice lead up to the Chi-Ri. Because the current problem with the regular Cheeto is that it's just super unmaneuverable. It's very slow. So hopefully the Cheeto late is a little bit faster. Okay. Stop dancing around the bush. We've got the Churchill Mark I is finally in the game. And before you get all excited about the 75mm cannon or the 76mm 3-inch howitzer, it only fires HE. It doesn't fire any armor-piercing whatsoever. The only armor-piercing shells fired by this thing are by the 2-pounder gun. And this is a 3.3 battle rating vehicle. Armor on it, pretty decent. 100mm thick on the front of the turret. You've got a 50mm thick gun mantlet back here. Or a spall shield, I should probably say. Got a world homogeneous armor, 88mm, 76mm. This one goes up to about 75mm. So, not bad. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. can only imagine how cramped it is. Yeah, what the hell? Jesus Christ. That is very cramped for the driver. That would not be fun. I can see why they got rid of this idea pretty early on. Okay. And moving on, so there's two other brand new Tier 5 vehicles. We got the Vickers Vickers Mark 1 MBT, which is basically the Centurion Mark 10 Lite. This was designed as an export vehicle by Vickers Armstrong. And so you can see the frontal armor on this thing is not very good. 80 millimeters on the turret. However, it is much faster, though. 48 kilometers an hour. Yeah, 35 kilometers an hour on the Centurion. The Vickers Mark 1 will do 48. So, if you were always kind of, like, fed up with the Centurion Mark 10 and its really, really horrible speed that all the Centurions had, the Vickers Mark 1 might be your tank for you, but you're sacrificing gun depression, 7 degrees on this one, not 10. And you are sacrificing a lot of your armor protection. Also, big thing now, tanks now have smoke. We saw this in the April Fool's event. And so, not only do tanks now, can now get smoke canisters, but they can also unlock smoke shells. So, Chieftain Mark III, the L-34 smoke round. A lot of tanks get these smoke shells. Funnily enough, the one nation that doesn't get, like, smoke all the way up the tree is, I think it's the Soviets, except for their Tier 5s. And even then, here's the Object 268, I'll get to this more in a minute. T-55, no. T-10M, oh yes, okay. So basically on the T-10M and the Object 268, you got these little smoke canisters, and they drop off the back, and they kind of blow up, and then they create a smoke cloud behind you, and the idea is that you have to reverse into the smoke cloud in order for it to actually do anything. However, on most tanks, they've got smoke shells now. Okay, by the way, the Vickers MBT does not get a smoke shell. I don't think the Centurion Mark 10 does either. It's just the same... It's the same APDS and 105mm that you get on the Centurion Mark 10 and the Leopard 1 and so on, just you don't get smoke shells. Alright, let's stop dancing around the bush. Here we go. Chieftain Mark 5. Alright, now, people were excited about the Chieftain Mark 5 mainly because a lot of people thought that this was coming with armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding sabot. It is not. The version that has the armor-piercing discarding sabot, or armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot, is the Chieftain Mark 5/4. And that also was equipped with Steel Brew and APFSDS. The difference here with the Chieftain Mark 5 is that it has a much more powerful engine. So, this is a 650 horsepower engine on the Chieftain Mark 3, and on the Chieftain Mark 5 it is a 750 horsepower engine. So, by the way, from the front, there is no discernible difference between a Chieftain Mark 3. Here, let me get these. Let me switch to a camo I don't have, which is on. Okay. There's no discernible difference between a Chieftain Mark 3... Actually, let me switch to that. Chieftain Mark 3, and then Chieftain Mark 5. Chieftain Mark 3, Chieftain Mark 5. The only difference between these two is on the rear of the turret. So, on the Mark 3, you can see how these are covered. And then on the Mark 5, you can see they're not covered, and it's also got a different NBC system to help it survive in a nuclear battlefield. So, that's the only difference. You get a faster Chieftain. Which isn't bad. That's quite cool. Chieftain Mark 5 is missing a round, L15A4 APDS. Yeah, this is the L-15A3. We were also hoping for the L-15A5, possibly. Alright. Let me show you the smoke rounds. Yeah, I mean, you definitely notice the difference. The vehicle is definitely much faster than the Mark III variant. Also, they finally got rid of the crazy elevation speeds for the Chieftains. Like the old, quote-unquote, stabilizing system. This one, for whatever reason, doesn't have its smoke grenades. I don't know if that's a bug or something that Gaijin just forgot to add in for this vehicle. So, it's basically the same. Let's show you the top speed. Let's switch over to the smoke rounds here. So you can see it's getting up to speed much faster than the previous Chieftain. It's also a little bit faster reacting. Granted, that could also be my ace crew that I have on this thing. Alright. Smoke shell out. Now, it takes a minute for the smoke to fill. It's not instant. Now you can see how the smoke is starting to fill there. And it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to hide you. This still doesn't stop any shells. I killed Panzer II-H with smoke. I've actually killed the commander on a friendly's on an enemy's vehicle with smoke rounds. You can see it doesn't do any damage. You've got, I think it says it has got like 2 millimeters of penetration or something like that. You can see the smoke out there. Only usable against trucks. I don't even know if it's usable against trucks, honestly. But yeah, this is going to be a nice tool. It's not going to save you all the time. If the enemy hits you through the smoke, they'll still kill you. But at the very least, if you need to cross an open gap, you can fire a smoke round, wait for the smoke to fill, and then cross. So that's definitely a huge benefit. Alrighty. So those are the new British vehicles. I'm definitely excited for the Chieftain Mark V. I would still would have liked it to have a little bit better shell to give it a little bit more incentive, to give people a little bit more incentive to get this thing. It's not a bad vehicle. It's a Chieftain, and the Chieftain is easily one of my favorite vehicles in the game. Probably, I think it's my second favorite, right behind the Mouse. It's a very, very close second. So, not a bad vehicle by any stretch of the imagination. However, I still would have kind of liked it if it had access to higher penetration ammunition. Anyways, let's move on to the Soviets here. Alright, so I previewed this earlier. Soviets got Object 268. So, in case you aren't sure what this is literally a T-10M with the turret removed and a casemate plopped onto it with a massive 152mm M64 cannon. However, despite it being a brand new gun, the AP rounds are pretty much exactly the same as on the ISU-152, and the heat rounds are no better. So, is this thing really worth being at 7.7? Kinda. However, I will give it one thing. It is very fast. Let me actually show you that. For a vehicle of this size, this thing is actually ridiculously quick. Mouse 75 has smoke shells. Okay, well, that's actually quite cool. I'll have to look at that. So you can see, it's also got the 14.5 on the top, which you can use. Oh, hang on a second, that's new. You must have added an aircraft that you can shoot at with your SPAAs. Here's the commander's view. That's one hell of a view. Gun is just as destructive as you would think it is. But yeah, for such a large and heavy vehicle, it is quite fast. Okay, the rockets are not actually rockets. That's the ammo counter for how many smoke shells you have, or how many smokes. And that's your smoke. And so you reverse back through it. And that's what your smoke does. You don't have any smoke shells for this vehicle, you only get those 2 smoke dischargers. Yeah, log spoiler. So yeah. Smoke, definitely going to be quite useful. And you'll notice that it's not really affecting my game performance at all. That sight zoom, though. Pretty dank. Okay. Let's switch over to the T-55A. Alrighty, T-55A. Let's take a look at its ammunition choices. Also, it is actually after the T-62, funnily enough. So you unlock the T-54 51, you get the T-62, then you get the T-55A. So that's kind of an interesting placement. You would think it'd be beforehand. Also, I'd like to hasten to add, if you watch my Devblog Chats videos, I said this had about 430 millimeters of penetration. That is apparently wrong. I have looked at some other sources and some alternate sources, and that was completely wrong, and it's about 100 millimeters less. So, here's its penetration of its 3BM25. By the way, its standard ammunition is not APHE, it's actually APDS. With 299 millimeters of penetration, which isn't actually that bad. Then you've got the BR412D. Your standard APHE, so if you really love your APHE at tier 5, there you go, you got it. Although, honestly, I don't understand why you would use either of these rounds when you have access to the AP-FSDS. You also have access to Heat FS with 390 millimeters of penetration, so it'll, this thing definitely packs a punch. Also, the turret rotation speed is a little bit faster. It's not crazy fast, it's like 12.8 degrees per second or something like that. So, here's the turret rotation speed for the T-55. So, not great, but not terrible either. And you can see the gun is stabilized. We'll switch over to APHE. And because it's a T-55 and has a 100mm gun, you've got an 8.6 second reload. So, APHE still does its thing. Also, you have 5 degrees of gun depression. Which for a Soviet tank, that's actually pretty good. So, as far as Soviets go, this gun depression is actually pretty good. So, you got yourself APDS as well. So, capable of doing plenty of decent damage, especially at tier 5 against like leopards and stuff. Your standard APDS is going to be more than sufficient. Whoa, I don't know where that one went. Heat FS is Heat FS, so... yeah, And it maintains a decent top speed as well. This is about 30 kilometers an hour. Which for a tank is pretty good. Also, they have changed up the ammunition racks a little bit. You can see how it's like basically blocks now. And you can see how the shells kind of stick out the back. That's a better angle. So if you look at the front mounted ammunition rack, it's a block now with the shells inside it. So, pretty interesting. There's a very good selection of ammunition choices on this. You can't really go wrong with any of them. Honestly, your AP-FSDS is going to be more than sufficient to kill most anything you're going to face, although you could make an argument for the reliability of APHE. Your APHE has about 240 millimeters of penetration, which is still more than enough to deal with most anything you're going to face. Honestly, I really don't see the need to fire any heat FS on this vehicle. Your AP-FSDS is more than enough. Do smoke shells detonate if hit in ammo racks? Different types of shells are not modeled in ammo racks. So if you have solid shot shells, you're still going to explode because their whole thinking is the propellant goes off, so that has nothing to do with it. All the Shermans get smoke rounds, as far as I know. So most of these were spaded before. So yeah, M89 on the 75mm Shermans. There you go. Let's look at the M3 Lee. I'm kind of curious if the M3 Lee has them. No, oh yeah, it does. So again, M89 smoke rounds. You get them all the way down at tier 1. Does the M375 get them? Yes, it does. I know the 76 do. Yep, there you go. Let's check to see if the 90 mils do. Yes, they do. Why does it say 290? Okay, that's a bug. So yeah, you do get smoke shells. Does the T-34 get them? No, it does not. Okay, so the T-34 does not get smoke shells. It doesn't look like it gets any smoke grenades either. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, am I missing anything in the Soviets? I don't think so. I think it was just those two vehicles. I think it was just the T-55A and the Object 268. Okay, oops. Don't quite want to go there yet. So the Germans. Here we are. The Puma. This thing is going to be the memes. I can already see these things running around at high tier. Actually, let me purchase all the mods for it. Let me spade it for you guys so you can see how it is fully upgraded. Also, they've made changes to some of the unlocking systems, so vehicles at the same tier that you're at now are going to cost less. Are going to cost less to research than they normally would. So getting into a tier is going to be the most expensive, and then generally, throughout the rest of the tier, throughout the rest of that same tier, you're going to be able to research stuff at a reduced price. And yes, we'll get to the private tier. Oh, actually, before I do the Puma, since they replaced since they moved the Markolins CR42 over here, if you have it in the German tech tree, you get to keep it. In the German tech tree, and then they replaced that with the BF109A. The Fliegel. Oh. Well. I wasn't aware that the BF109s had stealth technology. Let's try that again, shall we? Actually, let me buy it, see if that changes anything. Nope, it's still broken. Oh, man. GG, gay jiggles. Ninja vanish! Okay, actually, let's take it into a test flight, see if that fixes it, so you guys can see the camo scheme on it. Nope, it's still broken. Nice meme. Nicest of memes. It was actually working earlier. I don't know what broke it. Oh well. Gotta love stealth tech. GG. Well played, Gaijin. Does it show on the stat card? Yeah, see, that's the camo it's supposed to be. Just like a white camouflage. Pretty cool. Alright. How fast does this thing go? Jesus, that thing is fast. It's fast as fuck, boy. 90 kilometers an hour? Let's test that. Yeah, the Leopard A1A1 does get smoke grenades. I don't think it gets smoke shells, though. Ah, this thing actually turns on a dime. Almost too well. Turret rotation speed is not very good, though. This is some rough terrain, by the way. See if I can get on this road, see how fast we can make it go. Whoa. This thing does like to wallow a lot, though. It is very difficult to keep this thing going straight. Fast as fuck, boy. We'll get to the Americans here in a moment. It's on that's on like medium terrain. So on medium terrain, it'll do about 50 kilometers an hour. I imagine on hard terrain, it'll probably do something stupidly fast. Only high-tier tanks get smoke rounds? No, a lot of tanks that were equipped with them, or that could fire them, are given them. Although I imagine they probably would have... Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if the L7 105mm was ever built with smoke rounds, but tanks that have them, that had them, are given them. Alrighty. GTA Vice City speed boost. Okay, oh yeah, somebody mentioned the mouse gets smoke rounds for 75. Oh yeah, look at that. The funny thing is, that's all I ever used these heat shells for. I would just fire them and lob them in front of the enemy. But that actually makes a lot more sense. Kind of expensive for smoke rounds, though. Nice meme. Does this get smoke rounds? No, it does not. Does the Tiger II get smoke rounds? No, it does not. Alright, so Leopard A1A1. No smoke shells, but it does get smoke grenade launchers. And they project in like a frontal arc around the vehicle. Alright, fine. I'll show you the mouse smoke. You can see. I can easily see these smoke rounds being superbly useful. How close can I get these things? Ninja vanish! I'm sorry, I had to do that. You can't see me now. Alrighty. Russian Power Ranger, I already did the British stuff. I can go back and look at it later. You can also, if you want to, you can rewind the stream at the bottom. So, if you look at the bottom of the playback thing, and you click on certain points, you can go back and rewatch stuff. So if I'm not talking about a certain vehicle or something like that, then there you go. Alrighty. Oh yes, the Americans did get a couple of things. Somebody mentioned the M8 has a smoke shell. No, it does not. The M8A1 might have it since it has the 75. Alright, aviation. The Americans, they got the privateer. In case you don't know what this is simply the U.S. Navy's required variant of the B-24 Liberator. And this thing has a stupid amount of machine guns on it. By the way, these two blisters at the side are dual 50 caliber machine guns. So you got two dorsal machine gun turrets. You've got a machine gun turret in the back. And you got a machine gun turret in the front. In addition, let's look at the bomb load. So, 2100 pounders, 8 500s, okay. 4 1000s, 8 1000s, and 4 2000s. So, not a bad one, or not a bad series of, yeah, not bad at all. It has a nuclear family. I know, right? That thing is just massive. Look at that. I've seen these things up. I've seen one of these things up close. Oh yeah, and there you can see the other B-24 for comparison, and another one here. So, I've seen these things up close, and they're just absolutely massive. So yeah, 6.3 battle rating. If I remember correctly, this costed like 85,000 to research. 6.3. And to give you a look at the tech tree again, it is right in between the B-24 and the B-29. So, right in there. Okay. Alrighty, so let's look at the new tanks. Was there any new lower tier tanks? I don't think there was. Okay, so interesting choice here. You got the T-95E1 medium tank with a 90mm gun. And then you got the M60A2 Starship. And this is after the T-95. So that's kind of an interesting choice. Let's look at the T-95E1. Actually, no. Let's look at the M60. Okay. This thing looks ugly as fuck. You got 220mm at the front of the turret, which doesn't seem like a lot. However, the cannon breech spall shield behind it will absorb a lot of the shells going through. So, oftentimes what will happen is if somebody fires at the front of your turret, it's going to knock out your cannon breech almost instantly. However, it's not going to kill anything else. You're most vulnerable to Heat FS and shape charges and Hesh. Hesh can go through your upper front plate, and it will mess you up big time. Also, the tumor of a commander's cupola up here is going to be literally a shoot me here point for APHE rounds. So, as for ammunition types, it gets the exact same ammo as the M551 Sheridan. So, Shillelagh ATGMs, M409A1 heat rounds, HE. It does get smoke grenades, but they launch like out to the sides over there and out to the sides over there. They don't launch in a front arc at all. So, kind of useless, honestly. Oops. Here's the X-ray view. Okay, and then let's stop beating around the bush. Alright, T95E1. Let me switch to a camouflage that doesn't have bushes all over it. Yeah, this'll do. Okay. Now, there is some debate right now whether or not this thing actually has any composite armor, because there was a version of this which had a sort of rubber plate that was added, that was sandwiched between the different layers of armor. So you had, like, the steel armor here, then you had the rubber, lining, and then you had more steel armor behind it. This version does not have that. This is a steel-armored version of the vehicle. However, you can see that the frontal glasses plate is angled very well. And on level terrain, this will bounce Heat FS shells. We have tested, my friend Exel and I have tested it with Leopards, and it will bounce HESH, it will bounce Heat FS, and it will almost always bounce APDS. However, if you're shooting down on it at all, those shells will go right through. The front of the turret is not particularly thick. It's not particularly well armored. But it's not bad either. As you go out here on the edges, it gets really thick. But on the front of the turret, it's not going to save you. And this thing's mobility is not very good. You can see it says top speed 56 kilometers an hour, but it's only got a 560 horsepower engine. And it weighs it doesn't weigh too badly, but for whatever reason, this thing is just ridiculously slow. It's heavy tank mobility. So, as for ammunition types, it only gets 3. It gets T320 APFSDS with 300mm of penetration, which at 8.0 is not bad. And because you get this as standard, the only ammunition you unlock is the smoke shells. So, looks like a T62 in terms of the turret shape, kind of, but like what the T62 would have looked like until somebody took a Soviet hammer and smashed it down. It does get 9 degrees of gun depression, which isn't bad. Let's take it out into realistic battle so I can show you its mobility. It's not particularly fast. It does not. Also, this version of the vehicle does not get a stabilizer. There is a later version that has an experimental 120mm gun, from what I've heard, that fires. Fuck, what was it gonna fire? I don't remember. Oh yeah, that it could fire like smoke and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see. Oh yeah, the 120mm version of this tank has a stabilizer. This one does not. You can see as I'm driving along, and you can see it's not particularly fast, despite having a good top speed.
The enemy tank has been destroyed.
This does have a pretty good muzzle velocity. It's, I think it's 1,570 meters per second. It doesn't look, like, the muzzle velocity doesn't look, as good because you're zoomed in a lot more because of Tier 5.
The enemy tank has been destroyed.
Let's, take some shots at the mouse, actually.
Yes, a hit.
So yeah, that was to be expected. Let's see if we can get through the lower glacis. You'd think with such a long barrel on it that it would be a much larger gun, but this is just a 90mm gun. I'm not even sure what the subcaliber of the shells it's firing are.
The shell hasn't done any damage.
What tank is this? This is the T95E1. This is a brand new Tier 5 medium tank for the Americans. So, that's the turret rotation speed. Not bad. Not great, but it's not bad.
It serves him right.
Yeah, this one appears to have a nasty case of a... I don't even know what to call that. Not a brain tumor, but... This thing just screams xenomorph. Seriously, America, what is it with us building xenomorph tanks? It also gets smoke shells. Show those again. Stormtrooper T3114. I have already covered the German tanks. There really isn't that many.
The target hasn't been hit.
Here you guys go again with the smoke. Scares the target. And can protect you. You need to cross some open ground or something. There you go. This tank was born, it was dropped on its head. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? So yeah, there we go. P95E1. Not a bad vehicle. I mean, this thing is going to be kind of tough to initially, I imagine, for some people, because people are going to try and shoot the front of this thing with HESH and Heat FS, and it's going to bounce. What you need to do if you're going to take this thing out is shoot it in the front of the turret. Must be a hella small shot. Yeah, I imagine it's probably like a 60mm diameter or something like that. Grenade launcher attachment, Keck. That'd be nice. Also like to see the proposed version with the vertical facing 20mm flak gun. You could shoot at airplanes as like a Schlag Musik. That'd be kind of cool. Not really. Alrighty. M60A2 Starship. Let's drive it. To the mobility of the Vickers? Yeah, I can do that. Does the smoke change depending on the shell size? I am not sure. I imagine it does a little bit, but I'm not totally sure on that one. Don't quote me. Oh yeah, let me show you the smoke grenade launchers on this tank and how useless they are. Hey, I need smoke to my front! Thanks. Yeah... Kinda useless. So, ATGMs, nothing particularly fancy here. These are the same ATGMs that you get on the Sheridan, 430mm of penetration. You do get a stabilizer like you get on the Sheridan. The mobility on this tank is decent. It's not fantastic, but all in all, it makes a cool backup, I guess. If you kind of want to hang back and play ATGMs for a day or something like that, this is not a bad vehicle. So, heat shells, 350, I think, millimeters of penetration, just a little bit over. So, not bad. Turret rotation speed on this thing is actually really good. Fix the shitty armor on the M60A1. No, I don't believe they have.
It serves him right.
So yeah. That TV on the side for broadcasting propaganda. No, this is a This is an IR search, or an IR light, I guess you could say. It's an infrared floodlight. Although it can be switched to standard lighting as well. Let's check on the armor. Nope. Armor is still just as bad. Armor on this thing is not particularly thick either, but you can see it's just very, very well sloped. And like I was saying, Heat FS is bouncing off of this. It can sometimes penetrate and kill your driver, but oftentimes it won't. Most of the time it'll ricochet up into your turret, which can do damage. If you get hit by APDS in the turret ring as well, that could mess you up pretty badly. Also, look at the ammunition racks. Look how they're arranged now. It's individual shells in literally a rack. Not just one piece, not just one solid piece. And you can see it's all fin stabilized discarding Sabo. So that's kind of interesting. Alrighty. Someone wanted to see the Vickers MBT. Did I already show that? I'm pretty sure I did. Actually, if you scroll back, you can see that. Okay, there was some. Oh yes, I was gonna show off. I think I was gonna fly the privateer. I'll fly the privateer, and then I'll show you guys the 102mm. Omar Khan Ahmad. Yeah, there's plenty of new aircraft. Actually, let me show you guys the cockpit. Here you go, cockpit of the privateer. Not particularly pretty, but most of these are placeholders. Also, there's a new thing with the gunners now. And you see like how there's a little green circle there? That shows all of the gunners that can potentially point at the target. Can't really see the airplane very well, but wow, the gears come up very slowly. Although this thing does tend to seem to have a decent takeoff length. Get the flaps down a little bit so we can get a little bit more wing surface area. Hendrix Milan, yes they did. Hello, Slapper Cow. Welcome. Baron sent you. Of all people? How's Solid Shot now? I haven't really tested it all that much. Well, I couldn't tell you. Wants to be a shark because of its big fin. Alright, so there's the bomb bay. And then there we go. See how long it takes to bring the landing gear down. I showed the Vickers only in the hangar, not mobility. Okay, I'll go back and do that then. I think it's actually not bad. I could easily see this thing being quite fun to play. Alright. Mike sent me, not Baron. I was gonna say, I don't think that Baron watches me. I don't know, he might have seen some of my videos for all I know. I know that Fly used to watch me for a little bit. There we go. I haven't showed the Vickers, right? So... go through all the tanks over and over for the people that missed it. You can scroll back. You can play back through the stream, and you can see all the vehicles I've covered. So I've covered pretty much everything so far. You can see this thing is already accelerating much quicker. Also, this thing does have a range-finding machine gun, like the Chieftain. And they are attuned to the Hesh ammunition available for this tank. You can see there. There you go. Okay, let me show you more of the smoke grenades. So, you need to retreat. Reverse speed on this thing is not bad. 11 kilometers per hour is acceptable. Not as good as I would have liked it, but... But dude, you showed the Cheeto late. No, I have not. Get wrecked, ATGMs. T-62 smoke. I don't know if it has smoke. I don't think it does. A lot of the Russian tanks don't get smoke. Only very few of them do. There you go. This thing is significantly faster than a Centurion Mark 10, although you are sacrificing lots of your armor in order to achieve that, so don't expect this thing to be stopping many shells. That's what I plan on doing tonight. Just showcase. I don't know. I'll probably set up a custom battle, like a public custom battles for you guys to join, and so we can run around on the new Kuban map, which has been completely redone, and I like it so far. Does the Vickers get Cheat FS? No, it is basically a Centurion Mark 10 Lite. So, that's all you get. Which is fine for 7.0. There we go. The Cheat 2 Lite, I didn't actually go over all that much. I don't even know if I showed it. I don't think I did. Research this. 190k. Oh, I'm already out of money. One second, guys. Just refilling my bank. Okay. Let's research everything here. Okay. Alright, so the Cheeto Late. Basically a Cheeto with, I don't know. See how much faster it is, and, I haven't actually tested this thing out. Redistribute your GE to us. Wish I could give people GE. That'd be cool. I'll fly the 102 millimeter meme machine next. Hacking noises. Yeah, this certainly feels a lot better. Yeah, this is way more maneuverable right off the bat. Although I can't imagine the loader feels all that nice with the gun recoiling potentially right into his chest. I certainly wouldn't. Oh, that's... Did they... Oh, they must have changed it. Oh yeah, it looks like they've changed up the changed up the Japanese. Or either that or I haven't been in here. Yeah, so they got the American into A4. What aircraft do they have flying around? A-20G, okay. And they got the T-95 Doom Turtle out there. The breach love taps the crewman. I think it's a little bit more than a love tap, honestly, but okay. I like how they got the Super Pershing over there, and not the T-34 or the T-29. Nice meme. Okay, yeah. So, it's just a more maneuverable, slightly smaller target with a Cheeto. Not bad. Oh my goodness. I have freaking Smash Mouth in the chat now? Okay. F3F Premium. What? Now that's been in the game for a while. Did it cover everything? Hope I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah. Because you guys asked so nicely. Set up a ground attack sector. Siege of Malta. Oh. Enemy lines. And then... Vehicles ground attack mission. That's what we want. Okay. Ricky. I don't want night. I want noon. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Without load. A little bit weird. Shouldn't we, as the Italians, shouldn't we be fighting with the Germans? Not against them? I don't know. Nice meme. Still broken as fuck. Give you guys a couple of cinematic shots here. I don't know what this is all about, but and why they've got their landing flaps down, but whatever. Alright. Here's the cockpit. Looks like they definitely have redone the faces a little bit. What's this guy's name? Giuseppe? Just made me busting up. It's Mario. Okay. Alright, I think we can all agree it's Mario. By the way, they do have the Italian crew voices. I don't know what my friendly aircraft are doing, but okay. I should probably be losing altitude, though, to avoid the fighters. And I kind of forgot how difficult it is to lose altitude in a bomber. Last thing I want to do is rip the wings on this thing. Kind of interested to see how well this 102mm gun fares on destroyers. Miles, do I play World of Warships? Not really, no. Not anymore. I keep tabs on it, but I don't play it. Well, I guess I guess we can try this this first run on this destroyer. If it doesn't shoot me out of the sky. Of course, I can't actually see it when I zoom in. Fantastic. Oh, look short. Oh. Didn't mention this thing was a bomber. By the way, you get 50 rounds of ammunition for this 102mm cannon. Mario, you bombed the wrong castle. You did fighting MiGs in this for the mega meme. I'm not that confident. Uh-oh. Friendly? Jesus Christ. Fucking AI. Wow, that didn't even land anywhere near where I was aiming. Come on. Oh, shit. Shit! Well, I got him. Granted, it's much easier to hit stuff like pillboxes. Oh, as I practically no-scoped that guy. This sound is taken off of the PBJ, by the way. This is not a new sound by any stretch of the imagination. I'm trying to hit the water line. Come on. Alright, that's all I got. Ah! They are not happy with me. Uh-oh. Shit, that's a flag post! Okay. Uh-oh. And you do have the turrets in the wings. I got this, guys. This is just like what my grandmama, when she makes me spaghetti. There's no problem. No problem, boopy. I can't speak Italian. Hey! Fire went out. Although, why is my wheel floating in midair? Hooray for the dev server. gonna have to put her in the. I'm gonna have to put her in the drink. Fine. But yeah, this thing is kind of hilarious. Probably take it into a custom battle and try and hunt some tanks with it, but you're such a huge target. Like, the only thing this would be useful for is hunting ships, honestly. Not even counting his hits, too. Oh yeah, look at this guy in the. Look at this poor asshole in the bottom machine gun turret. That would not be fun. I'll tell you what. By the way, those two guys in the little turrets on the top of the plane there. Those guys are controlling the machine gun turrets on the wings. Well, you say it's a fucking shit barrel until you realize the gun is that far back into the fuselage. There you go. It's also angled slightly downwards, interestingly enough. And you got the ammunition rack in the back of the plane. Put the gear down. Alright. Before I lose the gear, because I'm going too fast. There you go. That's what the gear looks like. Takes a while for it to bring the gear up, though. By the way, I'm not firing HE, I'm firing AP. Island. For your information. For everybody who's wondering why I'm not killing the ships, I'm firing AP. And that's just how it looks. I don't know why it looks like it's firing HE, but I am firing AP. I'll head back to the hangar and show you guys. Oops. Go away. See? Armor-piercing belts equipped. So. Play War Thunder ships? The ships aren't even up. This is the dev server. Oh, never mind. You're right. They are on. Why would I play that on the dev server, though? Screw that. Fuck that shit. I know some people wanted to see the Leopard's smoke screen. Play it because of destroyers. Oh. Yeah, maybe. There you go. Smoke out. Now it's worth noting that you only get one use of this, and then you have to head to a repair point or a cap point. So, there you go. There's the Leopard A1A1 smoke screen. Why a cap point? Because that's where you refill your ammunition. Alrighty. Let's go into some custom battles. Actually, I'm gonna set one up on the new Kuban map. Mark his favorite. $32. Okay, if you guys want to join this one, that's fine, I guess. See, I'm gonna bring out the Soviets, I think. Yeah, since the T-55A is there. If you guys happen to be on the dev server, you guys can jump in. Oh, holy shit, that was quick. I'm just gonna be driving around the map. What do you mean not enough players to start the game? Good bots. I think 5. It's occurring to me I might want to take a Shilka. Ah, fuck it. How to join the dev server? You gotta download it. There are plenty of ways to get on the dev server. There's a launcher that you can download. So... Is Roger now on the turret, huh? Lol. Alright. I've been down here, but let's spawn up here so I can show you guys the new spawn up here. Spawn looks pretty similar. They have blocked off that hill now, which has been changed. So here we are. Here's leaving the spawn now. Very different from what it was before. The cliffs up to my left. And before I get bombed. You get free gold on the dev server. Only the YouTubers do, or streamers. Which is really weird because if they, I don't know. I guess the developer server is just a way to showcase the new stuff. What are you in, Ivan? Oh. So yeah, here's this hill over here. I'm sure many people remember this. But now this area is completely different. Hope this guy doesn't try and shoot me. Nah. He's cool. So yeah, now you can get down to the water. And there's also points from the spawn, from each spawn in the north here, where you can get to these. Where you can get down in here. So amphibious tanks can play a part now. Although I'm going to have to look at defending myself here, particularly soon. Of course, everybody's already trying to kill each other. Figures. Uh-oh. Oh, 9. Whoa! Okay. Hooray for smoke. Ah! Is there smoke now? Yes, there is. If you scroll back about, I don't know, a couple minutes, you'll see somebody dropped a smoke grenade. What's your impression on the T-55? It's very good. Can definitely recommend it. Its turret rotation speed isn't the greatest out there, but it's not terrible either. It's definitely decent. All right, now let's go down and look at this. Look at this area down here. Whoa! That I'm not sure if I think those are just the AIs trying to shoot me. This is the center area near the bridge. See how it's been changed a little bit. Not crazily much, but not horribly either. The largest change has been to the southeastern portion of the map, honestly. So you can see there's this area going through here. Appreciate the support, DeLongo. Have I tried the Puma yet? Yes, I has. I has? Chieftain Mark 5 is disappointing? No, not really. The version that everybody wanted with the APFSDS was the Chieftain Mark 5/4. And so the Chieftain Mark what we have is the regular Chieftain Mark 5. So it's basically no different from a regular Chieftain Mark 3, but it has, what's it called? It has a 750 horsepower engine as opposed to a 650 horsepower engine. So it's a little bit faster, a little bit more maneuverable, although it's a Chieftain, so it's still designed to go hull down and just sit back. I got my own little following here. The armor on the T-55 is no different than a T-54, by the way. The only difference with this is that it gets a better selection of ammunition, a stabilizer, and better turret rotation speed. Also, it gets slightly better gun depression. Yeah, I won't land this in the pond. There you go, there's smoke. Drive around in the Puma. Okay. I think people also want to see the G91, so I'm gonna switch over to that. Actually. Oh my god. Poor Ivan. Ivan, stop drinking vodka! God damn it. That's so fucking majestic. Oh, never mind. I think that's also the streamer. Did I cover the P108? Yes, I did. Alright, let's switch over to the Italians. I can also show off the Hydras. Whereas the Italians are referring to the FFARs. The FARs. Okay. I can also test the 32 HVARs here, so I'll set that up and then we'll see. We are? Aw, really? Who's shooting at me? I think he just took out my tail controls. I can't control this thing. I'm gonna bail out here. Yeah, I was the Gepard. Oh, pfft. Lol. Alright, well, I guess we found ourselves a, Guess we found ourselves a test subject. Oh, looks like they killed the Gepard. Alright, sorry, nailed it, but I need a test subject. Who the fuck shot me? I'm not even sure who that was. Those were M3s, by the way, that pretty much disabled my airplane. That was a pretty short burst. It has the obvious answer. How does one actually play on the dev server? You have to download the launcher for the dev server. Then you have to re-download the game. Or if you, I think you can do some things to limit your download. He's probably got spawn protection. Oh, somebody's trying to shoot me already, really? Did you stop it? God damn it. Okay, Donnie. Come on, man. If he kills me again, then I'm gonna go after him. Donnie is stream. Oh, that's who it is. Hey, Donnie. I've been on his stream a couple of times. Oh, rip. Does that jet rip on the same circumstances as the Cougar? I honestly don't know. I haven't played the Cougar enough to know. The new Kuban I approve of, though. Well, you'd better hurry up and download it, Jack Metzger. You're a host already in room. What do you mean? Server error room host already. Well, no shit, I'm already in the room. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna have to create a new one. I'm gonna create a private room here. I think. Hold up. Alright, if you guys want to join, Password is 555. Wait, did I change that to what I needed? Additional air vehicles, yes. Okay, that's definitely what I wanted. Okay. That Enigma code password, yeah, pretty much. New Sicily map is only for arcade? I wouldn't know. Negative pitch and roll about 700 kilometers per hour. Sure. Let me do that without the rockets though. Ugh. Here's the cockpit, by the way, for the G91. All right, let's roll this. Let's roll this sucker. Trying to break my wings. There he is. Oh yeah, let me show you guys the F-84 with all the rockets on it. Instant memes. Alright, Cal. Bend over, grab your ankles, and kiss your ass goodbye, because you're about to disappear into about 1,000,000 rockets. I think I just fired off all of them at once. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I didn't realize it had 2 machine guns in the wings. Have I tried the Object 268 yet? Yep. Alright, I'm just gonna jump out here and, force the Soviet Union approach my tank. Actually, this will be a good opportunity for me to test the 102mm on some tanks. Try that. Let's see here. Oh no! Incoming! Rip. Abort landing. A match for my Russian bias. Just the armor of the object 268? Yeah, we can do that. The armor is pretty much immune to Hess shells from the front. Heat FS will go right through it, and armor piercing discarding Sabo will generally penetrate it. LOL? How did I crit him? Okay. I'll take it, I guess.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Oh, shit. 9! Let me put it this way. This aircraft is not what you would call an excellent ground attacker. This cannon is meant for anti-shipping, not necessarily anti-tank. This doesn't have the maneuverability and the pull-out time. Freyla is currently just air vehicles? Yeah, they don't have an air force. Or they don't have ground forces. The amount of rockets on this aircraft. I would really appreciate it if people stopped shooting me. Nope. Okay, Donnie, you really need to knock it off. And I think he is taking out my tail controls. Not all of them, but... oh boy. I like how the damage model still has the fuel tanks on the end.
Need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Oh my goodness. This thing does not do well. Then we got the big ones. Honestly, I think that this thing does not do well when it's been shot to pieces. Thing is, I don't want to kill a player. Alright, Hachiro, I know he's an AI, so... a little bit close to that T-54, though. Oh, nice. Oh, nice, so you can fire them off one at a time. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, do we bring this out? I see some people want to see me driving around in the Puma, so I guess I'll do that for a little bit. There it is. Actually. Really annoying that I don't have my presets on. Okay, so I put my mouse there. Oh, you know what? No, I'll put the fuck? Okay, never mind, it's down here. Go. Keep the RU-251, I think. Put the Leopard one on. Actually, I think the Leopard 1A1 is in here, isn't it? Yeah. That in there. And that can go there, that's fine. Okay. So what all is getting added? A lot. If you really want me to go through everything, you can, what's it called? Scroll back. You can use the playback function at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Stuff is... that one's useless. Alright, boys. Kind of make the memes a reality. Oh my goodness, is that an OS2U Kingfisher? You're gonna upload the entire stream to YouTube? Yeah. Once it finishes processing, I'll do that. You'll be eating those GE. All these dead AI. You can't stop the meme machine. There's the cousin. It's a little bit annoying this thing doesn't have any smoke grenades on it. God, Ivan's got the Katyusha. Got the IT-1. Jesus. Ah! The fuck, man? That was mean. Alright, I guess I'll drive around with a Flak Panzer Gepard for now. even the Gepard gets smoke grenades. Let's check this out. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty decent smoke screen. The Neubau Pharozoic has smoke, so could you look at it? The Neubau Pharozoic, if it has smoke, then it's going to be almost no different than this thing, so I don't see the need to. A lot of tanks have smoke shells now, which is nice. Or smoke grenades. I can easily see them being extraordinarily useful.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Now, you really don't get a lot of ammo in the Gepard. But you have a... I mean, your rate of fire is good, but it's not as good as the, as vehicles like the Shoka or the, what's it called? I don't remember. Oh god, it's fucking Yukari. When we get down here, I want to show the prisoner of war camp where we commit all the war crimes. As a puma. You can destroy these houses, by the way. Any BR changes? Not that I know of. Like I said, this is where we commit all the war crimes. Hide inside a building? Okay, fine. Where did you find the RP reduction stuff that you talked? It was... I think it was posted on the forum somewhere, or the... I think it was posted on Reddit. I'm of Sneaks, Gepard. Yep. What do you need, Dome? I'm in the middle of streaming, so... Can you wait a minute? Okay. I am of Sneaky Tank. Although you can see my thing rotating. you shoot those, you are also committing a war crime. And since when have I ever cared? I'm wearing a roof. Fantastic. Oh! Damn it. Just kind of hoping I could get a screenshot of that. There's a Vickers. Like he's from
If we don't do
Norway?
fast, the enemy will win.
I apologize if we got that wrong. I think it's Norway. By the way, where is it? Where's everybody watching from? I can imagine it's very, very late over in Europe, or very early in the morning, I should say. All right. I'm gonna switch over to the American vehicles. Texas, Wisconsin, Romania, California, Singapore, Australia, 2 Australians, Poland, Pellegrinia? Okay. France, Netherlands, Boston, UK. Wow. You guys are up late over there. Came all the way here, woke up early in the morning just for me. Appreciate it. Alright. Be right back, everybody. I'm going to let you guys look over this thing, and I'm going to help my brother out with something. BRB. Alright, guys. I've come back and I brought pussy. Yeah, look at the damn camera. Look at the damn camera, you pussy. Yeah? Yeah, kitty? Alright. Go now. Come on. Oh, hi, Mike. Your dog looks weird. Entertain me, peasants. Alrighty. It's a nice pussy you got in my house. Yeah, it's she doesn't shut up, though. Does your dog have autism? No, but she may have, RCD, or, what is it? RCS? Retarded cat syndrome. Alright. Drive around the T95. It's a Puma. Gotta be freaking early over there for you, Mike. It's only about 7:45 here. Fuck, I thought that was a sheep. We're gonna flame that pussy with my flow. No, please. Well, I don't know. We might be able to. Hurry up, payback check. Payback paycheck. Freedom waits for no one. This is the T95E1. This was an experimental medium tank design built by the US. Sonderkraftfahrzeug 234. So 234. So SDKFZ 234. Now give me a summary of what's been going on the dev server so far. So the dev server is pretty cool. The Italian tech tree is a little bit sparse, and there's an Italian bomb. Right away. Oh no, and that was a torpedo. We got this thing, which is pretty decent. We've got smoke shells. So, tanks have now got smoke grenades and smoke shells on the dev server. And you can see there. It's an interesting, this is a very, very interesting built tank. Hi, Yukari. Interestingly enough, on flat terrain, APFSDS, APDS, HESH, and HEAT-FS, pretty much everything will bounce off your upper plate. The upper front plate on this thing on flat ground is about 300 millimeters effective thickness. Kill a plane with smoke ammo, please. So, give that thing 36 HVARs. It could have carried more. It could technically have carried 38. What's the turret armor? It's pretty bad. Or it's not great. 178 millimeters thick on the front of the turret. It really only gets its turret thickness from the edges. If you shoot this thing straight in the turret, it's going to go right through. Let's see. APFSDS. Let's see, there you go. There's the penetration for the T320 APFSDS on the dev server. Smoke shells, no penetration, basically. We got the Starship, which I'll pull out here in a minute. This thing is just weird. It's not particularly fast. It's faster than the heavy tanks, but nowhere near as fast as like an M60 or an M48. Update 1.69 regional aerobatics.
Excuse me.
So, record footage on every single video, and I'm drunk. Don't expect any wonders. Mike, if you can pull that off, you are a fucking legend. I know, I certainly wouldn't. Ah! Let me try shooting at this T-44. His AI. Or not. A mouse could just blow me away. Actually, it'll be a good opportunity for me to pull out the M60 Starship. What? Okay. Now I've seen everything. Yeah. Damn side activated. Nailed it. Got him! Oh god. You need not worry. I quite like the new Kuban, honestly. Although it's going to be difficult to tell how good it is until we start playing it on the normal. Or in the normal random battles. But so far, just from driving around, I like it. It's not as... This map is a lot flatter. I like that. The hills are a lot cleaner. You don't have as many sheer drops. Let's see. No, I was kind of hoping I had a shot. Of course, it does not have smoke grenades. It's got the bloody launchers. That's fine. Have I shown the new chieftain yet? Not in this... Not in the custom battles? But I have showed it off in test drive, I think. If I haven't, then I'll pull it out. I'm pretty sure I did, though. M60 hull, some sort of Frankenstein turret. This is the M60A2 Starship. So... That's Thundershocker. I don't want to kill that guy. He's a cool dude. Ow. He doing kind of what he is supposed to do. Although because this thing has a stabilizer, like the M551 Sheridan, you can get some pretty cool stuff going. I don't think you have any idea how fast I am. Fast as fuck, boy. Bye. Whoa. Okay. I think the AI still needs some adjustment. I really hope that wasn't a player. Ow! Well, since we're going to be waiting here for a little while. Not bad. I don't think this will be a bad vehicle. Will it be the best? No. But it'll certainly be something kind of cool. Just a little bit different, you know? I think I may have hit the heat shield. Wingfire, there's a bunch of wheat. I was hoping for a bunch of wheeled vehicles, maybe a Faraday TGM for the Brit. I don't know. I think the British have gotten some much needed love this patch. Chieftain Mark V isn't quite the Chieftain I was hoping for. I was hoping for the version that had APFSDS and whatever and Steel Brew. But I can live with this. There's the smoke grenades for the M60A2 again. And those wheels are pretty far out of alignment. I think you can get up to some decent speed if you let it go. Here's the mouse. This is just a whole mess of AI. Physics is of capitalist propaganda, comrade. What VR is the Vickers MBT? It is 7.0. It's basically a Centurion Mark 10 Lite. Alright, what else do I want to show off? I drove around with the, whatever it's called. I already showed off the Puma. Object 268. Yeah, I guess I'll drive around in the Object 268, show people that. Bombers versus AA. I think Germany is fine, honestly. Again, this patch is supposed to be focused on the Italian tech tree. So, I don't mind. Here we are. Here's Object 268. In case you're wondering what the smoke things are on the back, or what the smoke things are, that's them. Ninja Vanish. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna Ninja Vanish. Yeah, the T95E1 is kind of interesting because it can bounce. It can bounce all sorts of things. APDS, FS, it can bounce APDS, APC-BC, HeatFS, Hash. It was bouncing all over the place. You can get through the lower glazes pretty easily, though. Object 268 is basically just a T10 with a 152mm gun. That's its standard AP rounds. That's its heat. That's its HE. That's the only 3 ammunition types you get. Now, its armor is okay. It might bounce a few things, but it's definitely not going to bounce any high penetration APDS. It can also bounce. I think it can also absorb hash. This tank, for whatever reason, seems to be completely immune to HESH. The casemate is 187 millimeters thick. And that flat area where the gunner's optic is actually a complete weak spot. It is totally flat, as you can see here, not angled at all. Got a 14.5 KPVT up on the top. Yeah, Prime Technophilia, this never had the BL-10. This is the M64. Ow. That was an AI. Pretty sure that was 105mm APDS. I like how his gun's pointed up in the air, but he's still managing to shoot straight ahead. I think the AI definitely needs some adjustment. Oh, thanks, Paycheck. And a random RU-251 appears. Aw. We give the USA the T-30 super heavy tank. They haven't said. I think they said a while back that they'll add it, but it's not a pressing concern, I don't think. Although, to be fair, the T-95E1 was approved and brought into the game remarkably quickly. Oh, that's right, I had HE loaded. Lol. Really? I'm of disappoint. Oh god. Children, cover your eyes. This is... I'm not supposed to be putting this on YouTube. Kind of curious to see how well this thing will perform against a against an IS-3. Not about what I expected. Rape, report for rape. LOL? It's interesting, the Hydras on the G91 seem to be able to kill tanks without actually landing near them. or without actually hitting them. Like, you could just land the rockets near them and it just one-shots them. The HVARs, you actually have to hit something. I don't know. Maybe the Hydras have a older damage model or something along those lines. Hello there, Mr. F-86 Saber. Oh, hey, I can push that around. Is this a Russian tank? What do you think? I'm pretty sure the Italians didn't build something like this. Not quite in the Italian style. Ow. Rip me.
Commencing attack.
P-55A again. From Russia, I think. I wouldn't know. I think you... Object 261? No, that's the artillery piece. I know what you're talking about, though. Ugh.
We have taken the initiative.
I will say I do like the new, this new map, or this new version of Kuban. It's certainly way better. Like, that entire area over there, I'm glad that that Mr. Camping Hill is gone. I'm actually kind of curious how many firing positions there are up there. Probably some good stuff. Should get the ISU 130. That'd be nice. Or the ISU 152 with the BL-10. Confirm or 5mm tank Mona Lisa can entangle enemy with vicious spaghetti wire, blind bolognese sauce, and destroy with powerful 105mm pepperoni pizza. It's a pretty small pizza. This is a pretty tight fit, honestly. You can see plenty of possibilities for memes, though. Definitely, if you want to go hold down, this would be the place to do it. Get out of here. You just scratched my paint! I'm kind of curious if the mouse can get up here. Oh god, here it comes.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Alright, come on, nailed it. You can do it. I've just joined what is coming out for Britain if you've done them. Beaver Ridge, I've covered Britain already. They've got the Vickers MBT, the Chieftain Mark V, the Churchill Mark I, and I think that's it. Yeah. That's all they're getting. Come on, get on up here, mouse. Oh no, is the mouse stuck? See if I can drive on the mouse. No, that's not gonna work. I guess this is what you could call a traffic jam. Oh no.
A little more effort and victory will be yours.
Oh god. Shield your eyes, children. Violence against small tanks. Okay. They've told you to stop, and you continue to do so, so... Come on, people. Just trying to have fun here. If you're gonna rocket anything, rocket the frickin' AI. That's what they're there for. I think what the mouse should try and do is back up and then turn. I didn't say anything, but everybody else was asking you to. You were reading the chat. Ow.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I'm just gonna go over here in a corner and cry. I haven't been through here. It's kind of cool how you can kind of come down in here and get yourself at some defilade. Oh. Okay. I think I've pretty much covered almost everything. Is there anything else I haven't driven out yet? What do you think? I haven't done the Churchill Mark 1. Oh wait, that's right. I haven't driven out the British. Various sized origami swans. Goodness. Will the Puma be premium? No, it's standard tech tree. Okay. Let's pull out the Vickers M... Oh, well, I've kind of already shown that. Let's just pull out the Chieftain Mark V. So, aesthetically, the Chieftain Mark V is almost no different from a Chieftain Mark III, and it's actually very difficult to tell from the front which version it is. Almost impossible, actually. The only way to tell whether it's a Chieftain Mark V or a Chieftain Mark III is a Chieftain Mark III will have covers over those two side bustles, like a sort of like cloth, and then the Chieftain Mark V has a sort of rectangle on the back for the biological anti-biological warfare systems and nuclear whatever they are called. I think it's NBC or something like that. APDS is still just as potent. I'm actually a little bit curious. As to if they've changed solid shot at all. I don't know if you guys can tell. This thing is actually not too bad, all things considered. Gets up to speed a little bit faster.
The enemy is taking the initiative.
Let's see here. That's right, I'm not ready yet. Are they still over there?
Reloading. Repairing.
You know what?
Repairing.
Hold on.
We have taken the initiative.
That AI shooting me?
Repairing.
Okay, never mind, we're good. This needs some ninja vanish. Poof.
Taken any damage.
Mouse vanish. This is out of context. Alright, let's try this with the chieftain. Nope. This is the front plate of the T-95E1.
Node high explosive.
Well, Hesh still seems to work. Any new premiums? Actually no. There's very few premiums this patch. Well, technically there is one, other than the Italian ones. And that's the not the American, the German 109 A, which is pretty decent.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Miles, look. Oh no. Did they finally get him up there? Oh god. 10 kilometers an hour in reverse isn't great. Cal West, the APDS will go through the lower plate of the T and the turret of the T-95 without issue. What is going on over there? What the shit? Okay. I've definitely seen some things. I need to screenshot that.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
All right, now I wanna highlight something. If you shoot down onto this plate, you go right through. All right, and then shooting at the turret goes right through. Hello again, Yukari. Oh my goodness. Fire a smoke shell at Yukari. They still stuck there? Shoot something open top with the smoke round. Does anybody even have an open top vehicle in their lineup? Oh!
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
LOL. literally gone in a puff of smoke. Wow, that's a highlight. That's definitely a highlight. Oh, hi there. Unfortunately, they got rid of the crazy elevation speeds. Whoa. That effect, though. Turn off stabilizer, think it'll elevate faster? No, not really. That's the elevation speed going up and going down. That was mean.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Leopard 1 versus Chieftain Mark 5. Nice size comparison. Glastonbury. Oh, there's the smoke. Let's see if it'll hull break him again. LOL.
The gun's reloaded! Load it up!
Oh, I think I've covered pretty much everything at this point. Let me jump into the Vickers real quick. So I can show that off, and then I think we'll cut the stream off there, because, I'm streaming for what now? About 3 hours? So. So here's the Vickers MBT. And the game's over. Fantastic. Don't you dare leave us. I'm actually quite hungry, though. I need to get myself some dinner. Just devolves into animalistic chaos. Okay. Well, I think I've covered pretty much everything here. I appreciate you guys coming out. I'm gonna have to cut the stream off there because I do actually need to get something to eat. I am starving right now. So, hope you guys looked liked that nice look at the dev server. Definitely some cool stuff coming out. The Italian top tier looks to be pretty worth it. And it looks like their grind isn't going to be too bad. There's relatively few aircraft here, so you could probably get this done in a weekend if you're good enough. And you got enough time on your hands, so. Cheeto, late version. Not bad. I could definitely see that thing being a favorite for some people. Oops. British getting some very much needed love at tier 5. I didn't think they were actually going to add the Vickers Mark 1 and the Chieftain Mark 5 for quite a while, so that's nice to see those in there. Although why the Vickers Mark 1 is in the heavy tank line, I have no idea, and I cannot explain that, considering the fact that the Vickers Mark 1 has a lot less armor than, say, the Centurion Mark 10, so I don't know, but whatever. Soviets. The Object 268, pretty cool vehicle to see, although I am struggling to see its value, honestly. There isn't much that the Object 268 does that the ISU 152 can't do. It's just more mobile and has better armor. And then T-55A, definitely a very, very good and potentially an extremely competitive medium tank. You've got a wide variety of ammunition choices. Your standard ammo is APDS with decent penetration, especially if you're going up against like Leopards and stuff. That this is going to be more than enough. You still got your APHE if you really like that, but you've got your APFSDS, which is the cheapest round outside of your standard ammo, and it's going to do plenty fine. The stabilizer's a nice addition, and the increased turret rotation speed is going to be really, really nice for T-54 drivers. So if you like the T-54, you're definitely going to like the T-55. I think that covers the Russians. The Germans, the Puma. I might actually talisman my Puma when it comes out. Just the meme machine. This thing is going to be hilarious. You can already tell. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. I don't think there's anything else for the Germans other than the broken BF-109A. Let's see if it's still broken. No, it's not. So here you go. Here's what it's supposed to look like. If you guys were here earlier in the stream, you'll know that it was all black back then, for some reason. Nice meme. So, this is replacing the Markolin CR42 for the Germans, which has been, and the Markolin has been moved to the Italian tech tree. Although, if you did buy it for the German tech tree, you do get to keep it. And you can see here, VMI MC202, if you buy the, if you had the MC202 before this patch is released, you get to keep it in the German tech tree. You will just have to re-unlock it in the Italian tech tree. Okay, so Americans, they got the PB4Y Privateer. This thing is going to be dank, I can already tell. Plenty of defensive machine gun turrets all around. Twin 50 caliber bubble turrets, that's going to be pretty cool. And a half decent bomb load. So, not bad, not bad. And then, as far as tanks go, Chieftain Mark 3 and Chieftain Mark 5, only differences between the Chieftain Mark 3 and the Chieftain Mark 5, by the way. I should probably go back and mention this. The only difference between these two vehicles is the engine. Also, for whatever reason, the Chieftain Mark 3 has smoke grenade launchers on it, and the Chieftain Mark 5 doesn't have those on its model. Or it does have them on its model, but doesn't have access to them for some reason. Which is fine. It still gets smoke shells. But, yeah, you get 750 horsepower over the Mark 3. Or over the Mark 3, 650 horsepower. So that's the only difference. And then finally, the Americans, after the Privateer, they get the M60A2 Starship. After the T-95, which is kind of an interesting place to put it. And then you get the T-95E1, which is a completely different vehicle, but this is a medium tank that the Americans designed. And this is a 90mm gun firing APFSDS. So, with 300 pen. In any case, I thank you guys for joining me. So, I've gone through a quick overview at the end here to make sure that people coming back and watching this later can see everything. So, I will see you guys on the next one, and I thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good one, everybody.